All right, real quick, this is the data visualization tool, and this is our basic search entry point into the content. So what we're going to do, we're going to reuse the country code example from before, and what we're going to get here is some different results that you'll see in the Word tool. As I mentioned, that we have ab initio content, Galileo content, and system architect content in here, all with similar country code descriptors on it. So to look at Bill's example, the Galileo one, we get this basic drawing here of the country code, the diagram, where we have an element in its relation to its entity and column relationships to that element as well. And so each node in this image is accessible to move onward in the relationship, either upward or downward. So in the case of the pink, which are columns, country code, as Bill was demonstrating, it is on this CLS mult file, and it has its relationship structure to its address postal country code primary element. If you go back to your search for the country code, sure. Let's go backwards. Click on the ab initio one, the top one. So here's the ab initio example, and scroll down to the middle. You'll see that it's got a country code module element. It's only country code because you found it in the description and not in the name of the element here actually. And all these pink representations, again, show different columns, individual data sets that have a connection to this element. So just
within ab initio.
Within ab initio, yes, thank you. So somewhere in an ETL process, the data was used, and we built these connections to group things together. So Dan, if you click any more of the pink objects, you'll see, okay, this HSH data set, is using a country code, and it has this relationship to this country code element. So you can move in and out of these relationships, and the whole objective is to be navigational and to just really explore the connections between, what may exist in the systems that we've collected on.
One thing I just want to mention briefly too is in Galileo, just go back to the country code again. This is the one that was in the CLS one that Bill referred to. You can click on the data set itself, and it'll pull back the entire, basically the entire DDL of the I should say the DDL, but basically all the columns that are within the CLS mult file. So every one of these pink entries is a column within the CLS mult. Click any one of these. I'll just do examiners class 2, and it'll show you there's a relationship to the element called examiner class secondary, and this is a column, and it's also an SCLS mult. So if it had if this same column was in multiple files, you would see all the files this specific column was in. So again, going back to a production support issue or sprint 0 issue or just sprint n issue, you can find your data elements real quick. Where is it? Do I already have it in my systems? Do I have it in my files? Do I have my databases or whatever? And this is like a quick hit search, and then you could use this to start some navigation. Say, oh, here's a specific one. Go back to Explore and get the nitty-gritty details if you wanted to. Sure. Which way do you want me to go? Customize?
Yeah, you can go to. So that you could expand out the levels of the view. We put some basic limits on this due to the problem of connections. There's tons of connections, and drawing out all the connections, you have to put a limit on what you're seeing here. So here we see a basic 2-level view of the world. If we get down to the image, what this first part was the column category. So we're seeing, I think the limit here is 500 members of this category. Yeah, we get this 2-level graph, essentially, or this map, whatever you want to refer to it as. The connections expand. We continue to view that, and if there's a case where you needed to see the continuous level, it just gets harder and harder to draw due to the size. But all this is connected in a sense, and it's navigatable.
Is this what we meant by 1.5 million relationships? 1.5 million of these databases. You realize how quickly those things can add up.
right at 102.
Yeah, unfortunately, we have to wrap it up, and it looks like we're continue for the 1 o'clock hour. But would it be safe to say, I mean, I'll send out all the information.
Yeah,
on the links and everything, and if there's questions, can they direct them?
Absolutely. If you want us to give a direct presentation to your Scrum team or your product support area, don't hesitate to contact me. My contact information will be the information that Flora sends out. We are more than willing and very happy to present and build the usage up of this. The more people use it, the more content's going to get loaded in here, and the more useful it will be for everybody.
And if you contact me in the future, I'll be more than happy to redirect that information as well. So thank you all for joining us.